In every big generational debate, two names dominate the room: boomers and millennials. But standing quietly in the middle is Gen X. Born roughly between 1965 and 1980, Generation X became the masters of surviving change. They grew up analog, then watched the world turn digital right before their eyes. Gen X learned independence early. Many came home to empty houses and figured life out themselves. With parents busy chasing careers, Gen X developed resilience, self-reliance, and emotional toughness. They grew up during uncertainty, economic downturns, global tensions, and broken promises. This resulted in a generation that trusts slowly, questions everything, and believes actions over words. Unlike boomers' live-to-work mindset, Gen X asked a dangerous question: what about life? They pioneered the concept of work-life balance long before it became trendy. Culturally, Gen X expressed authenticity and gravitated towards grunge, alternative culture, and raw forms of expression. However, adulthood demanded conformity. Many learned to wear invisible masks. Inside, they were independent thinkers. Outside, they were responsible adults paying mortgages. Gen X became the bridge generation by helping the younger generations through mentorships and practical wisdom.
Look at this trend line. This is where we need to focus our efforts next quarter.
Okay, I'm noting the projections now. It makes sense.
They didn't grow up with technology. They adapted to it. That builds cognitive flexibility. Psychologically, Gen X excels at crisis navigation. Why? They live through constant disruption. But resilience has a cost: burnout, cynicism, quiet exhaustion. Gen X rarely complains loudly. They internalize stress and keep moving. Yet many of today's leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators are Generation X. They didn't demand attention, they earned influence. And here's the lesson Gen X unknowingly teaches all of us. We must adapt to change, endure uncertainty, and protect our lives beyond work. Because success without sanity is failure in disguise. But here's the controversial twist. Gen X quietly laid groundwork for today's systems: corporate culture, tech shifts, and digital work life. Then they pass those tools to the next generation.
A new laptop for me, and a phone for me.
Got mine.
It became a world where work could suddenly follow you anywhere. And what started as flexibility slowly became constant motion. Because being available started to look like being valuable. That pressure became the hustle culture. But here's what Gen X understood that we forgot. Technology wasn't meant to trap you. It was meant to give you freedom. Because the moment you can work anytime is the moment you must decide when to stop. Gen X built the tools for digital freedom But freedom only works if you know when to disconnect. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more.